Hey everybody, Thrift Store Hacker back again, and today we're going to make a new camera mount from a couple of bits of wood that I had in the shop, a selfie stick from the dollar store, and a C-clamp. And some miscellaneous nuts and bolts and washers. So, to start out, you're going to want to cut 3 boards. I'm using, this is like 1x2 or something like that. And you're going to want to cut 3 boards. One of them 8 inches, one of them 12 inches, one of them 16 inches. And once you cut the boards, you're going to cut a large hole on one side of the small board, and then a small hole. You probably just want to put them together and do it at the same time. Now line up your holes so they go all the way through both boards. And this one is going to connect to the 12-inch board. And then the 16-inch board just has has one hole on the side, which will connect up to the end of the 12-inch board here. And then we will start assembling it. Line up our bolt holes. I have this collection of nuts and bolts and assorted washers that I got at the Harbor Freight. It seems to work out pretty good for most of my projects. So I'll just throw a bolt right through that. Oh, I forgot in the middle here. Put a washer. That way when these are together it slides really nice. On the top we'll put another washer. Not one, but 2 nuts. That way you can tighten them against each other and they don't back out. So we have that angle. And then at the end of the 12-inch board here, we have this lined up with this board. And what I did with this hole, because I'm going to want this to travel across here. So I did is after I drilled the hole, I got a larger drill bit and I made a bigger hole about halfway in to recess this bolt into. That way I can push it in like that and it'll still go freely across the top here. So we'll do it the same way that we did with the other one, is we'll put a washer on it. We'll put our other board on, put another washer there. We got 1. And 2 nuts on the end there. So now we have this hole device. And that big hole, what I'm going to do is got a selfie stick from the dollar store. I'm a huge fan of these. Not the selfie stick in general, just getting one for $1, because I film on cell phones, so I can just put this on just about anything. They're so cheap I can even just go out and stick them right into the ground. But that goes into the bigger hole, and you see I used a little bit of electrical tape to make this around the perfect size. I'm going to press that in there as good as I can. I wouldn't recommend permanently mounting this on here, or if you can find a way to hinge it down. That way, if you pull this off, it all lays flat and it's only a couple of inches wide. Okay, now that we have our selfie stick on there, I'm going to back this up a little bit. And we have our C-clamp. What the C-clamp's going to do is hold it to the counter. I'll take our C-clamp, we'll use it like that, with the big part under the table, after I adjust this out a bit. This is really hard to do with 2 hands. You need that third arm. There we go. let's make sure we got it. It's not far enough out to swing, so let's pull that out a little bit further. Make it so we can swing it all the way around if we want to. There we go. Okay, now let's see here. A couple of things out of the way here. All right. I'm just going to take you off the camera mount here to show you this. You can see my awful old camera mount right here, which is just a board hooked up with a C-clamp onto a selfie stick. We'll move that out of the way now because we have this. And this is really cool because you have the ability to come almost 3 feet back from what you're shooting at and then rotate it closer. Get it as close as you need, and then you still have the ability to pivot back and forth here. I can have this out here, I can have the camera over here and still be able to pan it back and forth. I can swing it back around this way and have it on this side of the set there. And then on top of that, these selfie sticks go up probably about another foot and a half. So this makes a really great tool, and really, I mean, you can get the clamp for about $3. The board you can probably find in your backyard, and the selfie stick, as I said, you can get it for $1. But there you have it. And then when you're not using the camera mount, pull that off to the side there. Let me put you back on the old mount here. There we go. And when you're not using it, you take your clamp off, take your selfie stick off, and that's it. It'll fit right in your backpack or gym bag or, you know, production equipment bag or whatever you're going to use it for. I hope this helps any of the other YouTubers out. It's a really cheap mount. You know, you probably got about $5 total investment if you had to go out and buy most of the parts for it. But that's what I have for today, guys. And until next time, build stuff and have fun.